Hi guys, Chris here back for more League One action with York City. We're going to go through the month of November in this episode. We ended the last episode with a 3-0 defeat to Chelsea in the Capital One Cup, but we start this month with a game against Northampton, I believe that is. What I'll quickly do before anything else though, once again I'll try and search for another scout, and once again we're a bit short on money. So I may leave it until the January transfer window, and hopefully I can sell a player or two and get the funds available for a new scout. What we'll do, we will quickly move the schedule on and we will look to get this first game of November underway. As Alcides Pina says he's really enjoying his football at the moment. We have a game against Carlisle it is. Quickly check the squad and see how everyone's doing. A few players could do potentially with a bit of a break. As Pina said, he's playing well. He can come in for Camilleri. Taylor can come in for Sarmov. We'll have Strumer on the right, I think, although he is a bit out of form. All my midfielders, to be fair, that I've got on the bench are out of form, apart from Sarmov. So it's a lesser of a few evils, really. Sarmov could potentially do with the rest, but I'll put him in and then I'll move him with Taylor and have Taylor in the back and have Sarmov in the more in the camera where he's used to playing for us. That bench looks horrid for form. Look at Strumer, Potts, Ho and Silver. I really don't know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to bring them up without compromising the team. We'll just have to see what we can do. Hopefully I can look to bring in a player in the January transfer window. I look to bring in another midfielder, but I'll only bring one in if I can get rid of one. I'm not going to bring too many players into the club now. I don't think we have a good core to the team, and we will get this game against Carlisle out of the way. Carlisle are playing in a 4-1-3-2 formation. They've been in a bad run of form. They've lost 2 of their last 3, and they've lost this one as well. Goals from Baker, Sarmov, Lucas Piazzon and Strumer off the bench. So hopefully that puts Strumer, has put his form up a little bit after a couple of bad runs, but we shall have to see. As we have a game coming up against Oldham, I believe that is. As we have more news on Steven Jovetic. Is EA telling me to buy Steven Jovetic? Because I just don't know why I'm going to get certain pieces of news and not others. But more importantly, we have a game coming up against 13th place Oldham. I'll quickly see how the team's looking. Okay, Pina, I think you could definitely do with a break, and I'll bring Camilleri in. He's got not too bad form. There we go. See, Strumer's form has improved, scoring that goal. Same as Silver coming on and the team winning. That's great news for my midfield. Could hopefully give a couple of the guys a bit of a break. Camilleri could do with being on the winning team, to get his form up. Oof, could definitely do with resting some of these players. But when you want a winning run, you don't really want to change too much, so I'm going to leave it as is, and hopefully we can continue our winning run. Okay, we lose the game 1-0. A goal after the 74th minute from Simpson takes it for Oldham. And Lucas Piazzon was injured as well. He's out for 9 days with a sprained ankle. Okay, Mikel Fakito says I made him certain promises. To be fair, I did, but it's the only way I could get him into the team. So we'll look to bring him in for the next game, but we have a bit of a break for international duty, as Fakito is apparently fuming at his role. Well, we'll just have to see and bring him in. We have a couple of games, couple against 19th and 22nd in the table, so I may give him those 2 games and see how he performs. Well, what we'll do, we've got a bit of time while the players are on international duty, so we'll quickly move the schedule on, and hopefully we can get to our next game soon, which is on the Saturday. We've got to wait for all these international games to be done, as Victor Soriano has returned from injury. Okay, that's a great news. He'll need a bit more time, I think, to fully get himself ready, as we have Pina out for 2 weeks. So I get one centre forward back and another one is injured, as we have a squad, as we have a scout update as well. Okay, these players are potentially progressing nicely, but I want to check on them a bit more. They're not the greatest, but if there's perhaps one gem that can come through and be a squad player for us, you never know. But we'll have to leave it for now and just see how we can do. We'll just check. This is what annoys me, the fact that these scouts change constantly, and if they were the same scouts as when I originally saw it and looked and moved my budget, I could afford one, because there was one for around 410,000. But can't do anything about that. Them's the breaks. So let's quickly check the team. Okay, Valverde definitely needed to be changed, but we'll wait until players are actually fully back. As long as Fakito's in there, that's the most important thing for now. And we shall get this game underway as soon as we've checked the squad. Okay, most of the players are back to near full fitness. Just potentially need to make one or two changes. There we go. Pina needs to come off the bench. Soriano is not 100% yet. So what I'll do, well, my reserves are all completely out of form, so we'll take the one with the best form in there and put Romer in, and hope. I'm loath to play him again because obviously he got sent off in the game earlier. But I tell you what, I like having the team in a slightly decent order. So you know, you got your goalkeepers, your centre back. So we'll just quickly change the substitutes bench over, and everything else looks to be the best we can possibly have. So we'll get this game underway. Okay, Crawley Town, who haven't won in their last 3. Drawn 2 and lost 1. And how do they get on today against the Minster men? They lose 1-0. David Camilleri with a goal after 36 minutes, and they went down to 10 men after 59 minutes. Okay, whereabouts does that put us in the table? It puts us up to 4th in the table, but there is a definitive gap between us and top. Okay, Milan, I've been speaking with his agent, so what we'll do is, I believe we've got Bradford coming up in the next game. I think I'll give you that game. I'm not saying I will, I think I will. We've got a game, to be fair, against Second coming up, so I could potentially do with resting a couple of players. Especially Valverde, he's played in most games, so you can come in Milanov for that game. How's everyone else looking? Georgi Samov could really do with a break, so Taylor, you can play in the camera, so you can come in there. And Silva, you can come in for Samov. Peter is still injured, same as Soriano. I think that'll do us for now, really. Everyone else seems to be okay. Could potentially do with giving a couple of these a rest. So we're playing 23rd in the table, so I will do. I'll bring Ho in, I think. Okay, we'll get this defence sorted. I'll bring Valverde back in. And I had Achille and Milanov as my centre back pairing last season, so we'll revert to that, and we will see how we get on with this game against Bradford City, and then we play second place Bristol City. And this is a must-win for us. We need to win this one to have some form going into the next game. Bradford have been woeful out of form, lost 2 of their last 3 against Swindon, and drew against Swindon, sorry. And they lose to us 2-1. Milanov scores the first goal of the game. Lucas Piazzon made it 2-0, and then Ravenhill got a consolation goal for Bradford, even though they missed a penalty when it was 1-0 to York. Okay, that keeps us in 4th place, which is good news. At least we're not slipping any further down. 5 points behind the automatic places, so this game against Bristol City is, I won't say it's a must-win, but it'd be a bonus if we win because it brings us closer to them. And we'll quickly check the squad ahead of this game. Energy seems to be fine on most of the players, but we'll bring Camacho in instead of Achille. Milanov has been playing well and scored in that last game. Taylor, you can come out, and Sarmov, you can go back in. Piazza and Camilleri, I think I'll stick with you two up front for now. Let's see how my other players are getting on. It was Pina, wasn't it, and Soriano. Soriano has still got the little plaster there, so we'll keep him completely out of the way for now. And we will get this game against Bristol City underway, who've been in cracking form, winning 2 of their last 3 games and scoring 8 goals in the process. Okay, and they beat us 2-0. 2 goals from Baldock. Not the greatest game for us, to be fair. We didn't want to. I would have preferred it. I would have taken a draw at the worst, is what I would have wanted from that game, as I didn't want us to obviously fall further behind. We're now 6 points. We're 8 points behind them, which isn't the greatest, considering how early it is into the season. We've still got a long way to go, so we can still catch them up. There's definitely that way to look at it. What we'll do, quickly check on the squad and see how they've all progressed, with it now being the beginning of the month. Bassam's moved up 1, which is great news. Valverde's gone up 2. Banjo's gone up 1, even though he's not really playing. Camacho's gone up 3, which is great. Milanov's up 1. Ho's up 1. Romer's up 4. Wow, that's fantastic. Achille's still progressing, he's gone up 2. Danny Blanchett's up 1. Silva's up 2. Vilhena up 3. Kelvin Baker is up 5. Strumer's up 2. Potts is up 1. McReady, who's out on loan, is +3. McLaughlin's +2. Platt is +2. Azogwe is not really improving yet. Sarmov's still improving, he's up 2. Neil Taylor is up 2. Camilleri is also up 2. Payne not doing anything. Chambers up 1. Victor Soriano up 3. Rated 68 and he's 16. Wow. Pina up 3. Liam Henson up 3 and he's out on loan. And Lucas Piazzon's not changed. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. Some great players there who are hopefully going to be stars for us in the future, especially Soriano. And we have a very busy December coming up. We start off against Portsmouth, and then we play Yeovil in the FA Cup, and we end the month off with a game away at Carlisle. So I'm going to get the whole of December done in the next episode, and then we'll have the January transfer window to look forward to. So I will catch you all later, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers.